G'day Raiders family, Bourkeys here, and welcome to our final regular season Bourkeys preview top 10 versus the Sharks in a little over 4 hours at Jubilee Stadium. Look, I can't believe this has come around to this right now. Exciting for us. We've got 3-4 weeks left in our season, which is awesome. I feel that very confidently based on what's transpired this week. And I'm going to dive in my top 10 this week around what I think Ricky's mind games are with the side that he's announced. It's completely gone 180-degree tilt with his thought process, but I'll dive in later on in the top 10 around some what-ifs and semi-finals and some other plays that might come out of today's game. So look, I'm venturing away from my normal top 10 today when I analyse the Sharks and analyse us. It's very difficult to analyse us with so many changes. Probably, 8 or 9 or 10 of those guys that are playing today are not going to be in the side next week. So it's very hard to get a mark and do a proper top 10 on some of the players I've never seen before. So I'm just going to be very broadly speaking today with exactly what I think will transpire. But I'm looking forward to the game, seeing these new boys run around. And that's my first top 10 today is the new boys. So look, I'm probably as much in the dark as maybe people from outside of Canberra about our side. But I'll tell you what, it's an exciting time for these guys today, having their first jersey presented to them from Ricky and other Raiders legends that I'm sure Ricky will have around the team today to present their first grade jersey. It's an exciting time for us Raiders fans, particularly with some of these guys with NRL contracts. Great experience today against a Shark side that has some hard heads in it. So it's a very, very great sign of the times for us as a club with these guys playing today. Looking at it, these guys would like nothing more today than win their first A-grade game and in a small way give next week's side some massive confidence, particularly if West Tigers beat Parramatta later on today. So I'm looking forward to the new boys getting in there, getting hit, giving as good as they've got. I'll tell you one thing, they're going to be up and Cronulla are going to know they're in a game against the young guys today. Number 2, I've gone for the Sia factor. We all know what Sia brings to the side and brings to the club. However, I'm just still trying to find out where he's going to fit into the side, particularly next week. It's a great position for Ricky to be in, but I'm just scratching my head. He's had one game in maybe 4 months, 5 months. Correct me if I'm wrong, maybe 4 months. And we're into the finals next week. So it's a tough one for Ricky. We know what Sia brings. He's going to bring full of passion today. He may not last 80 minutes. I'll be surprised if he lasts half a game. I think we'll get 2 20-minute stints, first half and second half. But what happens after today, who knows? But there's no undenying fact that Sia's going to lead these new boys today. Even though Sammy's captain, it's great to have Sia back on the park. And these young guys will love that opportunity to play with one of the all-time great people's persons of the Canberra Raiders. Number 3, I've gone for the Cronulla no-win factor. So it's a real mind game that Ricky's brought in here. Cronulla win today. Everyone will say, well, look, the Raiders rested 10, 11 players. It really wasn't a win that you guys deserve. So they're going to be smashed from pillar to post today, again, with the young guys and some hard heads we've still got in our forward pack. And they've got to back up next week, go to Canberra against, our A-grade side will be back on the paddock next week. So it's a no-win for them at all. Do they take it easy today, trying to get injured? Knowing they've got to go to Canberra next week, possibly, or maybe they've got to go and play Parramatta. So it really puts their own mind game into a quandary. What does John Morris do at the 70-minute mark, the 65th minute mark, if they're getting flogged by us? How does he play that? So Cronulla are in a no-win at all, which is great to see because they've got to back up either against us next week or against Parramatta, as I said, but they're playing a real new look Canberra side today. And the good thing, Cronulla haven't seen most of these new guys play, so that they couldn't really watch videos of their strong suits or their strong points. So it puts us in a really nice position for today. And heaven forbid if Parramatta win, particularly next week, with Cronulla thinking we've got to go down to Canberra now and play them again. Bully Boys number 4, without a doubt, Cronulla looking through their pack with Fafita, Wade Graham's 5'8", but he'll probably play as a forward type role. Aaron Woods, those guys are really going to try and bully boy, I think, our new guys in a lot of areas, hanging on, name calling, all that sort of stuff. They're really going to try and get under their skin today, I think. Really try and unsettle the guys early. So I think that's the only way they can win today, is they become real bullies with our new guys and try and get over the top of us. Our forward pack on paper still looks fantastic, like Havili and Starling, Sia, Harawira-Naera, Hudson Young, Ryan Sutton. There's some real strength and some impact there. I sincerely hope that Hudson and Harawira-Naera and those guys nearly get a full game today. That would be great to see. I think they're going to need that extra run in their legs, particularly Harawira-Naera. For the next couple of weeks, I think he's going to be very important. But our forward pack can still match it with any A-grade pack, even with the players we have rested. That's exciting. And as I said, with these other young guys on the bench coming on through the game, they can really draw a lot of experience, enthusiasm and passion from the likes of our forward pack that was still playing. So that's exciting. The thing with the new guys, number 6, is they've had no game time. So they've been playing opposed sessions of training. They haven't really had the impact of an 80-minute game of football or a 70-minute game of football. That could be a downer for them, particularly that second win that they try and get during a game. The best thing they've got is youth and enthusiasm, the will to win, and representing the Canberra Raiders jersey. So there's a real balance there with those new guys today. They haven't really played a game for a fair while. So that's going to be a bit of yin and yang, but they've just got to try and get that second win as much as possible and get through it. So, look, when we win today, this is some of the mind games I think Ricky's playing here. As I said, when we win, Cronulla are going to be thinking, hell, we couldn't even beat a second-string Canberra side. We've now got to go to Canberra next week if Parramatta win and play the Raiders next week in Canberra on a cold night. So it really starts messing with their mind games before they even take the field today. As I said earlier, they're in a no-win situation. If Cronulla win, as I said earlier, everyone's going to think we only played a second-rate Canberra side. Big deal. They've got to pick themselves up, Cronulla, head to Canberra next week for a knockout semi in our backyard. If Para lose, so let's draw, we win, Para lose, then suddenly Penrith come into play because there's no way, shape or form that Ivan Cleary would want to be playing a Canberra Raiders side instead of a Parramatta side where he would feel that they have a really good chance against the Parramatta side. So some real nice mind games there already that if we get up and Para lose, it brings Penrith into the equation, that we're a hardened nut side who finished 4th last year, who went to Melbourne and beat Melbourne in Melbourne, who were first. It's a real nice conundrum for these other coaches now to be in. And Ricky's played this beautifully, I think, by resting a lot of our players today. A lot of people have said, well, he's given up on 4th. I disagree. I think with the experience we still have in our side, with that youth, it's a really potent mixture to get that win today. So there's some real pressure on Parramatta, big time, where they finish or don't finish with their game with the West Tigers. And number 10, I've gone for Ricky's mind games because I think having his coaching expertise, his appetite for the way that Canberra are going to play this game, and his will to win is really going to drive these guys to big things today. And it's really nice to see some old-fashioned mind games, as I said, coming out and about already. So I think it's a real great time to be Canberra Raiders player today, particularly if we win and the West Tigers get up and beat Parramatta to get that 4th position will be intense. But once again, as long as we win and let the other results take care of themselves, that's all that matters, Raiders fans. So, guys, that's it for my top 10. A bit different this week. Looking forward to this game in just over 4 hours, guys. Next week, back into the finals. Can't wait to share some other visions with you then and some ideas around how I think we'll shape next weekend into the final series. As always, guys, hit me up on Facebook and Twitter with any queries or questions. I love the interaction we can have together about the mighty Green Machine. As always, guys, enjoy your day. This is Bourkeys, Bleed Green, out.